Hey, fellow travelers. So, this week we take you with us as we prepare for Travel Day. A little bit of what we do the day before, as well as what I'm going to be doing the day of Travel Day. And a little something at the end to show you how bumpy of a ride it can actually be on the road as you're traveling with pulling a travel trailer. So, buckle up, it will be a bumpy ride.
We're motivated travelers, hearts set free. On the road together, just you and me. With every mile, our spirits soar. Motivated travelers, always craving more.
So we're leaving tomorrow. Tomorrow is travel day, but we're only going like an hour and a half down the road. So usually the night before travel days, I will go ahead and start picking up and putting away inside. So I'm just going to kind of run over where I put things, what I feel like we need to put away so it doesn't fall or break, and how we do that.
Sweet.
So I'm going to start right here at the desks. Since we do work from home, we did take out our dining table and we both have our own desk and we have the dog food. So the stuff on the desk, usually I just unplug it. And we've got these handy dandy little pockets on each side. If you want to show your little pocket over there. Yeah.
Right there.
And so everything that could potentially fall or move just kind of gets tossed in there. The mouse, my 10 key. And then I'll just unplug and leave my computer cord. And then it just goes in here too, along with my notepad. Ta-da!
Ta-da! And usually anything I have left out is what's going in the vehicle. So those are the couple of the cameras that are going to be in the ride for this trip.
Now, since these are not like mounted to the ground like a kitchen table, and the chairs are not either, what we did is we left the ties, the straps that came with our dining room table, and I usually just wrap them around one of the legs of the chairs. Oh gosh, I gotta get on my hands and knees. The dogs are probably thinking I'm gonna come steal their food.
That's why Lincoln, I don't know, they probably heard him. He was going, "Rrr."
Good gravy, Link. And then I just strap them. Oh, I can't do it because we got the vacuum cleaner. But I just strap them right here.
We can take it out.
I'm not going to do it yet because I have vacuum the day that we travel. So utilize those straps. The next thing I do is I take down anything that's hanging, like the little plants. By the way, I think I told you all, I don't do real plants. Faux plants for the win.
We do have one real plant.
But he stays outside. He's a cactus.
He's grown too.
He has grown quite a bit. So I take all my little plants, anything that's breakable, and I set it on the couch here before I put it away. I just gather it all together. And then we've got these Love Alliance giving us all this storage in here.
Handy dandy storage.
Handy dandy storage. And all of that goes in there. I have a blanket and a pillow that I keep in here. And so any breakables like our coasters, and this was my babies when they were widows.
Hey, no matter how big they get, that's what they always kind of look like to us in our heads.
Now they got babies of their own.
That's right.
So that stuff goes in there, and I even throw the tissue box in there so it doesn't fly around. The only thing that stays out here is our dehumidifier, and I just pack the pillows around it, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Does not budge.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Over here, we have straps for the TV. And I'll strap that up in the morning. But this is our internet, and it's not going to go anywhere thanks to Museum Putty. If you don't know what Museum Putty is, you need to look it up because it ain't going to budge. Same thing with this. This we got when we got our very first rig. and it's ceramic, but it's museum putty down, goes nowhere. Air fryer goes here. Sometimes the toaster is there, so we don't museum putty that down because it changes up whether or not we're going to use it. But this just goes down here. Got a nice little spot down here for it.
And you can see Liberty is like her shadow during this whole process.
Yeah. Put
My beef jerky.
Bucky's beef jerky.
Yeah, baby.
Put it in the pantry. So when we do travel on travel days, all of this stuff, easy. That's it.
In the sink.
That's in the sink. And also the cactus that's outside, I usually lay down some paper towels in here. The cactus will go in here as well. But that's super easy. Coffee maker, not going anywhere. Museum putty. So what we do is we'll empty the water out of it and then put that back. Sugar will go up here into this little cabinet.
It can go underneath.
I usually have a little nook right here like this. Ta-da. Now the fridge, we do use, the fridge stays closed. We've never had the fridge pop open.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, but what I do is I use tension rods, and they're broke because we've had them since I don't know how long, in our other rig.
Mm-hmm.
So we use tension rods on the top and the middle shelf.
And that's just to keep anything from...
So that when we do come inside and open that fridge for the first time, nothing's going to fly out at me. I don't want, a jar full of pickles on the ground or...
Yeah, we've seen too many other RVers do that and come in and have just an absolute mess. We take every precaution possible.
And we've been on some pretty crazy roads. I mean, we've been on some really bumpy roads. And I think in here, the most that's happened is we've lost a couple magnets off.
Uh-huh. It used to be that those black things that the magnets are on, that's not actually the fridge. That is a couple of
magnetic boards.
These magnetic boards, yeah. And I was using like snap and lock.
That's what's on here.
What do you call it? Velcro?
Yeah.
And the only reason it would come off is because it would not adhere to the back of the magnetic board. So I just super glued them to it. And I can peel it off if I want from the fridge, but it's glued to the back of the board.
Yeah. So they haven't moved. But we don't have any issues with any of the cabinets opening. And that's one of the things I have to say about Alliance is that their magnets on their cabinets are really, really strong. When you first get it, you're going to be tugging really hard trying to open them.
Yep.
And I know that some people actually put tape over the magnets to make them less powerful. So
what about the dog beds?
The dog beds, what I'll do is I pick them up and I sit them on the couch. And that's where they go. They just lay up on the couch. I'm not obviously going to do it now because babies.
Like, what?
He's like, "What? You're going to take my bed?"
So
then I've got rugs, our kitchen rugs. I sit on across the desks so that they don't get caught up under the slides. And then
yeah, go ahead.
For the dog bowls, their water bowls, I turn this mat sideways so that way it's long ways with this and it doesn't impede anything with the slides or anything.
And we really don't do anything else with those because those are those, if they were to tump over for some reason, I'm not worried about a spill because they don't spill.
They're the non-spill. So tomorrow morning, what I'll do is I'll get the vacuum out. I'll vacuum the entire rig and I will lift these slides up and vacuum and sweep underneath them. Look for any dog toys, dog bones, little pebble rocks, seashells that get stuck in your shoes from the beach, anything like that, and we'll sweep out both of those. The other thing that we do, moving on, is the bathroom, and it's a little bit of a mess. So in the bathroom, I usually just put the toilet seat down just so we don't have any sloshy water. And these things I just kind of lay down in the shelves and they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate with that tension rod. with the shelves that it's not budged.
Yeah.
The most I think it's ever happened is the bottom slid out just a little bit one time.
Yeah. As long as I lay them down, it's fine. Now, I tried to leave them standing up, and they ended up in the shower. But if I lay them down, they're fine. But you can take them down and put them in the shower floor if you want. It doesn't matter. Then my little prickly pear jewelry holder will go up in here in my cabinet. This will go here. Matt's beard straightener will go in his drawer.
Whatever.
And then the toothpaste just kind of sits behind the sink there.
That's really it.
That's it. And in the bedroom, I'll be completely and totally honest, we don't have to do hardly anything.
Yeah, because we don't throw a bunch of stuff on the bed. We just don't have it.
We just, when we decided to go full-time RVing and do this life, we purged. We got rid of a lot of stuff. The main thing is the TV, and Matt zip tied it so it does not move from where it is.
I can still tilt it. As you can see, it's still tilted, so I can still rotate it towards us if we want to watch TV on the bed.
But it's not going to fly out or do any of that. And as far as the things on our nightstands, we just scooch them back to the back, and they don't move.
Yep, that's it. They don't
That's
budge.
it. It's easy peasy on the inside.
Yep.
So in the morning, I'll come out, I will vacuum, I will strap everything that needs to be strapped, and then I'll pull the slides in. That's it.
Then what we're going to have is I am going to, then
What
in the
are you
morning.
going to do?
In the morning, what I'll have to do, normally what I do is when we have a longer travel day, I will go out the night before, so today, and about 7 o'clock, I'll go out, I'll dump the tanks for the last time, kind of rinse them out if I haven't done a black tank backwash, and then I'll disconnect the water. I'll add some to the fresh tank if we need that. But being that we've only got like an hour and 10-minute drive down the road, I'm going to do it all in the morning. So in the morning, you're going to see me dump the tanks, pull the water, undo the water filter, pull up stabilizers. On top of that, for this particular site, I need to get up with the ladder and get up on the roof, or at least on the ladder and to the awnings, and sweep off all the pine needles from the trees.
Acorns.
And acorns, which, by the way, here in Florida, those things land, and it sounds like a brick landing on your top of your slide
The
out.
dogs do not like it.
Yeah, because it constantly sounds like it's raining. But anyways, yeah, in the morning, that's what I'll do. So sweep off the top, undo the hookups, pull up the stabilizers, do our walk around to make sure everything's good to go, test our lights, do a brake pull and test the brake, and then we hook up and we're good to go. But we're going to walk through all that in the morning, and we will see you then. Good morning, fellow travelers. Well, today is travel day, and like I said yesterday, today I'm going to sweep off the awnings. No, actually, not the awnings. Sweep off the slide outs. Sweep off the slide outs. I'm still having coffee, y'all. I'm gonna have to catch up. Sweep off the slide outs, and also do take a little walk around here. Unhook everything else. So I'm going to do sewer, water, power, and then I'll get us hitched up, and we're going to roll out of here. Checkout's at 11, and we've got a couple hours, so I'm not in a big rush. But I am going to get the tanks dumped started first, and there, that's much better. I had y'all sitting right in the sun. So first things first is going to be pulling the valve on my Valterra valve here to dump the tanks. But before that, I need gloves. So let me get my gloves so I can deal with the black tanks, and we will go from there. Got the gloves. Time to dump the tanks. So we use a Valterra valve, which you see I just pulled that. And of course I got this thing blocking me. But it keeps anything from coming out until I want to pull the tank. So I'm gonna do black tank first. I'm not gonna let you all see all that nastiness. You don't want to see all that. It's flowing though. All right, we'll let that dump, and then as soon as that's done, I'll do the gray, both the gray tanks. We have two 45-gallon gray tanks, and we'll go from there. All right, so the black's almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull both the grays and let her rip. And there they go. I always do the black first, you know, get all that gunk out of there, and then pull the grays, because obviously your gray is your soapy water, shower water, sink water, things like that. So now that that's flowing, it'll take about 5-10 minutes for those tanks to empty out. And then after that, I will go ahead and normally run a black tank flush through here, but I've already done one just the other day, so I don't really need to do one right now. And we're only going an hour down the road, so it's not like I need to worry about that. So we'll let these finish up, and then I will start to shut these down or take it apart, and then we'll move over to the water part of it. All right, okay, tanks are empty. Okay, so one of the things I want to show you all is our water hookup. We use this pressure valve to track the pressure coming in and out, or actually going in, I should say. And on the actual spigot, I use a Y valve there, connector, so that way I can have a black line going to my black tank flush and the blue line going to my freshwater. From there, just run it up here, run it underneath right there. And then we use this Ultra Clear Source water filter. It has 3 stages of filtration before it actually goes in to the actual fresh water. I also have this water flow meter when I'm doing the black tank, so it helps me knowing how much water is going in after I've emptied them, and I want to fill it up as much as I can in order to do a black tank flush. I can track how much water is going in there and don't have to worry about overflowing anything. So what I'm going to do now is disconnect. I've turned off the water, and I've turned off the shutoff valves over there. One of the things I do to release the pressure from the fresh water line is I put it on tank fill. Then it releases that pressure that's in the line. So that way when I unscrew the line, I'm not spilling water all over the place. So that's just kind of one of my little tricks that I've learned. I don't even know if you call it a trick, but it keeps me from having a big mess. And I always have a towel in there just in case, so you never know. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this and be right back. All right, everyone. So all packed up. As you can see here, I've got water filtration, all the water stuff, all the sewer stuff. Leaves me a little space here. So when I disconnect the power, and I got these straps that go around them, make it easier to kind of manage. I'll wrap that around the power cord, set it right there, and basically in reverse, when we get there, do everything. So then it's power, sewer, water, kind of get it set up that way. Sometimes what I'll do when I get to a site also is I will wait for a little bit before I hook up the water in the sewer, especially if it's really hot. That way I'm just not out dying in the sun. But as you can see, everything is buttoned up on this side. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in, cool off for a little bit to get ready to sweep off the slide out tops and the roof. And everybody. Okay, so we got everything wrapped up. Appreciate y'all watching the video this week. Hope y'all like the content we put out there. One of the things I'm going to add in here also is some footage when we're on our way to our next location here of our Gen Y hitch and how it's actually operating on the back of the truck, as well as I've got a camera set up in the rig, so I'm going to let y'all see the earthquake that is the inside of the RV. The Gen Y hitch really does an amazing job keeping it a nice smooth ride, so you'll kind of see a little bit of vibration, but other than that, it's a pretty smooth ride. So again, we hope you all enjoy the content. Please like and subscribe. We really do enjoy making this stuff for you all and for our family, and hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great week.
Test. Ba 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 wrong.
How come my phone keeps saying no SIM available? That's weird.
Did you say okay? Can I
Yeah.
start now?
Go ahead.
Are we on?
You're on.
Take one.
I'm keeping that all in there.
I don't care.
So first things first, is, right into the sun. Got to move that. Hold on. Hey, fellow travelers. So this week we take you on travel day with us as we get the site broken on down. What is that sound? Start that again.